Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It is game time. We're getting right into this, and we're going to talk about these drones. Let's see exactly what they're called. They are, I'm going to scroll all the way to the end. They are the UAV drones. This is what they look like. They're really tiny. Actually, they look big here, but they're really tiny. What it is, it's like a radar-based flying drone. So everyone knows, or if you don't know, your jets can actually reveal a lot of stuff when you're flying over. So I got my jet right here patrolling. Now you notice that his little red dot is in the water, and we'll get over that. We'll talk about that and why it's like that in a second. If I take, so the drone, or not the drone, but the jet, he sees a troop. Now, if you notice that the troop has a question mark on his chest, so what that means is that the jet has located that there is a soft target because it is a troop. You see the little helmet? That just represents soft target. But he can't tell you how many of the soft target. I know it says that there's a 1. It's very misleading because it's not accurate. Oh, go away. I'm not buying gold. There we go. Okay, so it's not accurate. The 1 doesn't actually mean anything. There is a soft target sitting there. Now, over here, I got another jet patrolling. Now, you see that there's a 1, and it has a picture of a tank, which is hard targets. And then there is a soft target, because that's the helmet, which is also 1. Again, there's a question mark on the icon of the jet, or not the jet, but the tank. So jets can see an idea of having something there, but they can't reveal what's actually there. So that's where these little drones come in. You see this tiny little thing right here? So when you can actually lose these fairly easy, because when they're sitting on a airfield, they're just teeny tiny. And they do have the icon of the jet. So I'm like, oh, sweet, a stack of jets. I went over there. I'm like, nah, it's just the drones. But they don't attack. So let's look at some stats real quick. So, yeah, they don't have stats. Attack, defense, nothing. It does have a speed. Oh, my goodness, I didn't realize their speed was so bad. So their speed is only a 5. They're super, super slow. And as we talk about these drones, we're gonna go through some pros and cons about them. So they have a speed of 5. Now let's look at the jet. The jet, click on that. Of course, they have all these stats, see? But their speed is a 12. That's a huge difference. So your jet is faster. A lot of times I just use the jets just because I just need to know if there's troops sitting on the city. If there is, I'm prepared for it. If not, then I know I can just walk troops in. Now, if you're curious on exactly what's there, you want to make these drones. The drones, I don't see like they're bad, but they do have a lot of cons, but they also have a lot of pros. So if you look at the bottom left of the screen, on my screen, it says that it has 4 health. I have 2 in this stack. So that means each one has only 2 health. Now, if I look at 3 jets, I can hold up to 75. I'm a little damaged at the moment, but 75 for 3 jets, and 2 of these have 4. So one of the negatives about these is that you could sneeze and it could fall out of the sky. So try to watch your sniffles. Anyways, so now let's bring this back. I'm gonna move him over. You go that way. Sounds so cool. They're little. Oh, one thing I wanted to point out. Let's go look at this. So when I click on him, and it says right here at the bottom, right in the middle, towards the left a little bit, it says 15th Strike Squadron, patrol over South China Sea, and it recaps this, but it says returning to base within 1 hour 9 minutes. Now, when I first got it out here, it said it had about 3.5 hours before it had to return to base, okay? Now, when you look at the drone, it's a huge difference. So, it says the name of it. It says the patrolling over the sea, and that will refresh. But what really counts is the returning to base. Now that is 23. It was 1 day, 1 hour, I believe, when it first got over there. So that means this, and we're in a ×4 map, and 1 day equals 6 hours. So this thing can sit out there for a good 6.5 hours, when your jet can only sit out there for about 40 minutes before it has to go back to refuel, and then it will come back. So that's a big pro. This thing can sit here and hover for days at a time. Crazy. Okay, so again, we're going to take this and we're going to send him over that way. Okay. Now, I'm going to show you something real quick. As he touches this, now the reason that we had a patrol in the water, okay? Now he's now on patrol, okay? He's back in patrol. He's just going to go in a big circle. Now I'm going to hit patrol, and I'm going to hit it directly on this city, right in the middle point of it, okay? So hit patrol, right there. Come on, it's like, okay, you're being weird. All right, so we're gonna hit patrol. We're gonna hit that. The moment that I picked on the city, it says this action will declare a war with Indonesia. Because I'm patrolling it with a jet, okay? So we don't want to do that. We don't want to patrol with the jet. So when you get it close enough to the water, I can still get some intel without triggering a war, but it's not going to give me a full detail. Now, if I take this dude, if I take the drone, and I hit patrol, and I'm going to hit that same spot that I did that was trying to trigger a war. Boom. No triggering wars. The best part about drones is that they can sneak in without triggering a war, and they can give you full details. We already know that there's a soft target. We don't know if there's 90. We don't know if there's 1. We don't know anything. Okay, so right here, we already know that there's a soft target and there's a hard target. We don't know how many. It could be a big stack, a little stack. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my drone, and I'm going to hit patrol on it. And as he journeys forth, they will reveal. This right here is Afghanistan. He's in my coalition, and he is trying to race me to take this little island here. And it looks like he's going to beat me. The turd. So, but, oh, snap. See how it got close? Remember, look, here's the drone. Okay, he got close enough. Do you see how there's no question mark on the guy now? And not only, remember, this said it was soft target, had a question mark on it, and it said it had 1. I told you that number does not matter. That number does not matter. What matters is if you get this full-on drone detail in here. It actually turns out that there's only soft targets. This is true. But instead of saying 1, there's 4 sitting there. And if you look at the bottom left, it tells me the rank, tells me how I can click on them, and it'll give me all the details I want. So it could be a special ops, it could be a marine, it could be an aircraft, it could be anything, and it'll give me the full details because that's what these drones do. See how slow he's running? He's super slow, but he'll stay out here forever. But he gives you full detail. Let's see, are you close? Look at this. Look, okay, so if you look at this one, so he's close enough that he's revealing it. So when we looked at him, it was 1 on hard targets and it was 1 on soft targets. But in all actuality, there is a 1 on hard targets and a 4 on soft targets. But if you look at it, the soft targets on the bottom left are actually a level 2. So I can click on that. What are the level 2s pulling? Let's find out. Can my army attack him? Can they beat them up? Are we going to win this? Do I need to stack more numbers? These are the questions you need to ask. Here is the hard combat one that they're going with. So as you can see, here's the details. 4.5 towards soft targets. Like this is the big benefits towards these drones. These things they're pretty cool on how they reveal. I find these a lot better than the vehicle ones, because the vehicle ones, my personal opinion, suck, but I will make a video on them later. Yeah. Oh, okay. So a good thing to know is if you did patrol and you did trigger a war, okay, these things will automatically shoot at your jets, and your jets will fight back, and then they have to go back and refuel. They'll come all the way back and again until either one of them are dead. Drones will actually sit here and hover until they are actually targeted by anti-air or shot out of the sky by air support. So this stack right here cannot do anything. It will not hurt this drone. Even if I was at war with it, it can't do anything to it. It has to be triggered by air support, or it has to be triggered by a special anti-air, but it's super hard to target them unless it's air support. So that's a big difference. So I just showed you what your jet sees and what these drones actually see. And these are detailed information type detailed drones. Now, let's find out if they're worth it or not, okay? Do they cost me an arm and a leg? Do I need to sell my unborn child just to make these things? Let's find out. So, building a jet right now, but we're going to go over to the air. We're going to come over to the fighters. They're in the same category as the fighters, which is weird. But they're right here at the very bottom, the UAVs. So let's click on. So if you look at the resources, okay, this is what it costs to make them, and this is a level 1. I'm sure if we leveled them up and we got them all super decked out, and man, they're amazing. I should do that. That'd be fun. I'll work on that and see if I can make another video based on them. But yeah, so this is the resources it takes to build them, okay? And let's click on some details here. You only need an airbase level 1. When you start this game, you can pump these out on day 1. It is a thing. So if you want the details, you want to know what you're up against, this is a good way to do it. You can produce them on day 1. You only need an arms industry level 1, and then of course you need to do the research, and then it tells you the upkeep on them. They do not attack. They don't have defense. Shoot, they don't even have health, and their speed is super slow. I'm telling you guys, I'm really kind of mixed in the middle. Like, I like them. I think they're neat. I don't normally use them. So I don't know. We'll talk about are they worth it in a sec. Let's go to research real quick and kind of get a little bit more details on them. So I'm gonna click on them, and we'll go check out the bottom rank of them too. Okay, so we of course they can't conquer territory. They do have a long range, kinda. Oh, flight time, 1,400 minutes. Wow, that's a lot. And it says does not engage hostile units during patrol. So hostile units do not just randomly attack them. Let's see. Combat radius 750 from the base. Scouts. It identifies exact everything. It's nice. And stealth. Can reveal the following stealth units within sight range, ground units. So it pretty much just protects your ground units. Let's go back. I'll show you one more thing that is good to know. So I have them coming from this airbase right here. Okay. So there's the airbase. So I'm going to click on this dude, and it's going to show me a circle. Okay. This is the jet. Now it branches way past Indonesia. You see it covers that whole circle there, okay? So now let's click on him. It doesn't cover it all. The circle is not majorly smaller, but it's enough that you can tell a difference. So if you're going to be using this, you're going to be laying down a little bit more airfields than you're used to just to get them to cover the ground that you want. But to give it up, I mean, they're honestly not expensive. So that is nice. They're close to what a jet can reach, And my jets are leveled up. Like they're 2-star right now. They're good. They have their extended air that or area that they can cover. So they have extended all that good stuff. Okay, so let's go look at the research real quick. We'll go all the way down to the bottom and see. Whoa, those look freaking cool. They're like mini bombers. They do look really cool. Untamed aerial vehicle, which either flies. Let's see. No, that's not important. There's nothing really there. Unit does not declare war. I get that. Whoa, they have a couple more things. Okay, so it looks like if you upgrade them, you can put them on your aircraft carrier. A lot of people don't really build those too often. That looks pretty similar. Cannot conquer, of course. Radius. So, okay. So if you upgrade it, the radius was actually 750 if you remember. It was 750. If you upgrade it all the way, you can get it up to 3,000. That's pretty far, actually. That's a pretty good chunk of space. That's a lot farther than your jets can go. So I'm pretty sure. So if I go jets, and I'm upgrading this now, combat radius, yeah, 900. Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's a huge difference these darn things can do. Sweet. That definitely changes a little bit. Wait. Scout can identify a portion of the army inside a range. Okay. Reveal stealth. Still ground units. Nothing. Oh my goodness. Did they get... They can launch cruise missiles. Okay. So you get them leveled up. They can actually launch a cruise missile. And that... Oh my goodness, that would be so handy. I can launch a nuclear missile through a drone going completely undetected to get into the heart of a building. Oh, that's freaking amazing. Wow. Okay, right here. The attack. They can actually gain attack. And they can actually do it to soft and hard targets. This has definitely changed. Oh my goodness, this might actually be worth it. Okay, let's check out the speed, though. Speed, it's down to a 6 still. Ooh, that speed's going to suck. My goodness. Okay, I got to definitely upgrade these and check this out. That's going to be my goal. I'm going to upgrade these, and then I'm going to do another video. So please hit that subscribe, hit that like, follow me. When I do this next one, I'm going to get these upgraded. And when I do this next one, I'm going to make a bunch, and we're going to just go attack. We're going to do some things. Maybe I'll get some missiles, and we'll just go all out. This is going to be fun. Okay, so this is the idea, though, at rank 1. They do reveal a lot. So let's go through the pros and cons. They're super slow. That's a con. They have no health. That's a con. They have a lower radius, which is a con. I think I already said super slow. Okay. I think that's good on the cons. Let's look at the positives. They're cheap to make. That's a positive. Okay, you can pop them out. They give you full details. That's a major positive. And they do have potential to grow and to become an actual fighter. That's also a big positive. And the fact that they cannot just randomly trigger a war, they can be sneaky, that's a positive. And they can also, they can hover above without being attacked unless you trigger it or they're targeted by air support. That's a big positive. So, do I think these things are worth it? I think they are worth it. I think it's based on your tactic. Like I said, I don't really use them. But I think I'm going to give it a really good shot and kind of test it out. I want to get them leveled up to the very max and then really kind of have a big opinion on them. But as for level 1 and they're starting out, I feel like they're worth it. I don't know. I like to go gun-ho most of the time. So that's my flaw. If you're more of that person that likes to know exactly what you're going up against, these things would work perfectly for you. And I don't need two in a stack. I could just do one, and we can, yeah, we'll get the same details. And just so you know, some of the buttons might be different if you are on PC, because I am on mobile right now. Right now I'm on my Apple tablet. It's the same settings if I'm on my Android phone. But I know PC has different buttons and things can be changed up a little bit. But overall, the stats and the troops themselves are exactly the same, and the purpose of them. So I hope this does benefit everybody that is in either PC, tablet, or phone. If you guys like my video, please hit that like, leave a comment, tell me your strategy. If you use them a lot, if they work for you, if you feel like they're a waste of time, please let me know in the comments. I love the comments. Yeah, so just let me know. Hit that subscribe, hit that like, follow my channel. Are these things worth it? I feel like they are. I need a little bit more research and some love onto these things, but I think they have major, major potential. So I do see that they can be worth it. So yeah, let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys next time.